Hey Patrick, how's football going?
Football's pretty good.
How's the team doing?
Team's pretty good.
Yeah? But I bet they're not as good as syngas.
Hey Jenna, what is syngas?
Well, Patch, to answer your question, syngas, it goes through a process of gasification.
What's gasification?
It is the process in which syngas is produced through hydrogen and carbon monoxide.
Whoa!
The process of producing energy using the gasification method has been in use for more than 180 years. Initially developed to produce town gas for lighting and cooking in the 1800s, which was eventually replaced by natural gas and electricity.
Hi, so this is our steampunk pyrolysis bioreactor is what we like to call it. I'll sort of explain the system to you. So we take biomass, in this case pieces of wood. You can also use really anything that's organic and dry. All you mushers up in Alaska can take your dried dog poop and stick it in there. And then you heat it up in the absence of air. So this bolts down and there's essentially no oxygen in there. To heat this up, what we're doing is actually using a propane tank and just heating it from underneath. You can also obviously use the biomass itself to heat the reaction. So you could burn some wood under the wood that you're heating up. This is just for demonstration purposes. Basically, you're volatilizing everything in the biomass that's not the carbon that ultimately becomes the biochar. So a little bit of carbon remains, and that's sort of your pure biochar charcoal that stays behind. Everything else gets turned into a gas, comes through here. This is a cyclone filter. So the air swirls around, the particles theoretically drop out. Also, we find that some of our tar gets condensed here and falls out. This whole pipe acts as a condenser, so we're losing heat along the way. Then we come here to the car radiator. This is for heat exchange. Obviously, this process produces a lot of heat. So that's one of the products of it, is that you can heat a house or a greenhouse or any number of things. And we're condensing out here water, we're condensing out tar, and we're left just with syngas, which is a combination of a couple gases. Our syngas comes through here and ultimately comes out here.
So Jenna, what are some of the advantages of syngas over natural gases and coal?
Well, syngas has the ability to replace natural gas as a more thermally efficient liquid fuel. It also generates more power provided by the combustion of syngas at the cost of zero carbon emissions.
Fascinating.
I know, right? Well, also, syngas is considered a renewable fuel, and its origins mainly come from biological materials such as organic waste. Are some examples of organic waste, you ask, Patrick? Well, that could be considered as garbage, wood, and basically anything else that is carbon-based.
Interesting.
I know.
So Jenna, what are some disadvantages of syngas?
Well, Patch!
Water is a huge concern for gasification, or steam reforming as it is also referred to. To occur, water must be present. In order to do so, one's geographical location may be a concern. Negative impact of syngas is a result of catalyst poisoning. The various catalysts used in decomposition reaction are ammonia, methanol, and hydrogen. Due to the balancing of hydrogen atoms and carbon monoxide compounds, one is faced with the challenge to maintain a balanced ratio of hydrogen to carbon monoxide. A result can be hydrogen bonds can be created and/or alcohols can be synthesized. This is because of the elements that one focuses on when producing syngas, that of which are similar in the functional group known as hydroxyl. This is where the OH bonds are formed. One must achieve a good conversion between the reactants and the products for syngas to be successful.
No, I know.
I already know. Ready?
I have the vodka because it's
Alright.
it's syrupy.
Cheers. Ready?
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 Set, go.
You had vinegar.
At least I didn't get vodka.
You knew it, eh?
I knew it too. Alright. I gotta finish this.
You're a hero.
Oh my god, that burns. Jen, I'm still a little skeptical on syngas. I mean, nuclear energy is our #1 source of energy in Ontario.
Well, I'm glad you raised that concern, actually. The cost of nuclear reactors are substantially higher than the cost of creating syngas. However, the waste produced from nuclear reactors can last up to 500,000 years, whereas combusting syngas, there is no carbon emission. Therefore, it is very eco-friendly and good for our environment here in Ontario and all across Canada.
But when compared to syngas, nuclear power plants create more energy.
That is true, but however, the subsidiaries are considerably higher for the production of nuclear energy. Also, the construction ties between the two are very different. Nuclear energy takes a long time to produce, while syngas can take mere minutes.
There seems to be a lot of risks with syngas.
Well, with anything, there are a lot of risks. The risks associated, thank you. However, the risks associated with syngas are the storage of hydrogen gas as well as methanol poisoning, whereas nuclear energy has many risks as well as unknown risks, which we will take a further look into later on when we come back from this infomercial. Tell me when to go.
I already started.
Okay. Cheers, Busby.
Fucking alcohol. Don't stop halfway. What are you doing?
Fucking nostril.
Must be 70%.